According to Dr. Shuo, as the Song territory expanded, the religious and political functions of human sacrifice became more and more important. Human sacrifice was not only an offer for the gods, but also performed in ceremonies for accepting a tribal people as a legit member of the Song kingdom. Dr. Shuo claims that one such ceremony was when King Wen was awarded the title of Xibo Hou, or the Marquis of the West. It was at this ceremony King Wen's eldest son, Bo Yikao, was sacrificed. And this horrible event was recorded in the hexagram Gen in the Book of Changes. The character Zhou was the name used for these newly surrounded people by the Song kings. The character Zhou is the combination of the character Yong and Kou. As we already know from my second video, the character Yong was a generic term of human sacrifice in the oracle bone scripts, and one of the most frequently appeared term in the oracle bone scripts was 用枪, or to sacrifice 枪. Dr. Li claimed that the Zhou people was the supplier of human victims for the Song kingdom. Some more terrifying oracle bone scripts of the character Zhou have the dripping blood in this character like these ones. The other Qiang people from the west and the northwest then become the hunting games of the Zhou people. Dr. Li also presents many archaeological evidences that the chieftains of the Zhou people hunted these Qiang people. Here is a piece of oracle bone recording a divination result for hunting the Qiang. 真我用网符 divination. We use a net to catch victims. In the Book of Changes, King Wen also recorded hunting for Qiang victims in many of the hexagrams. For instance, the hexagram Jin recorded a hunting expedition. My rendering of the original text for this hexagram is based on Dr. Li's interpretation. Now, let me read the text of this hexagram. Remember, we start from the bottom. 初六，进如、吹如、贞吉，往复、欲、无救。First line, to advance, destroy, and auspicious results. Caught many victims in net, no error. 六二，进如、愁如、贞吉，受字戒福，余气王母。Second line, to advance gloomily, auspicious results, receiving blessing from Queen Mother. 六三，众允，毁亡。Third line, everyone agrees with the leader, no regret. 九四，进如硕鼠，真利。Fourth line, advance as stealthily as big rats, warning divination results. 六五，毁亡，失德勿续，往极无不利。Fifth line, no regret, do not worry for loss or gain, going with auspicious signs and benefits from every action. 上九，尽其脚，为用法益，立即无咎，真令。Sixth line, advance with horns lowered, attacking the tongue. There is no error in auspicious or inauspicious results. Divination results are hard to decipher. Another hexagram, Xu, records detailed hunting techniques in tracking down and eventually catching the victims. Now, let me read the text of hexagram Xu. 初九，须臾交，利用衡， 无救. First line, ambush at the suburb, benefits from patience, make no error. 92, 须臾杀小有言, 终极. Second line, ambush under the sand. There was a bit of argument, but ended up good. 93, 须臾泥, 字扣字. Third line, ambush in the mud. Wait until the enemy arrives. 64, 须臾血, 出自血. Fourth line, soaked in blood. Wait for the victim coming out of their caves. 95, 须臾90, 征集. Fifth line, enticing the enemy with wine and food. Auspicious results. 上六，入于穴，有不速之客3人来，进至终极。Sixth line, entering my cave, 3 unexpected guests arrive. Respect them and end up auspiciously. These entries list different techniques of catching victims that might be passed down from Grandpa Dan to King Wen's father to King Wen and his sons. Apparently, such hunting went on for many years, from Grandpa Dan, King Wen's father, to King Wen and his sons. However, the sacrifice of 伯邑考 was the event that started the long process of ending this terrifying practice, initiated by Duke Zhou and King Cheng. According to Dr. Li Shuo, King Wen recorded the whole event of sacrificing his eldest son 伯邑考 in one hexagram in I Ching, or the Book of Changes. That is the hexagram 艮. 初六艮其子，无咎立有贞. First line, cut off the toes, no error is made. Beneficial for conducting divination. 62, 艮其飞，不成其随，其心不快. Second line, cut off the calves and pulling out the intestines. The heart no longer beat. 93, 艮其线，裂其银，利熏心. Third line, cut open the midsection, split the flesh, sharpen the knife, smoke the heart. 64, 艮其身，无咎. Fourth line, cut open the torso, no error is made. 65, 艮其府，言有序，毁亡. Fifth line, cut off the cheeks. Words have sequence. There is regret about the past. 上九，敦艮，吉. Sixth line, cut off the head, auspicious. 卦辞，艮其背，不获其身，行其庭，不见其人，无咎. Hexagram statement, cut open the person's back. His body is no longer whole. Walking in his courtyard, but not seeing his person. No error is made. It is rather painful to read and translate Dr. Li's interpretation of the hexagram gun. The account of the sacrifice processes sounds rather technical, but there is a lot of pain hidden behind the technical facade. The statement for the whole hexagram shows that King Wen missed 伯邑考. He would never see his son in person again. According to Dr. Li, the statements about the hexagram were compiled after 伯邑考 was sacrificed and King Wen had come back to his home at Zhouyuan. He was working in 伯邑考's old home and remembering the whole process of the sacrifice. The statement also implies that King Wen was pardoned because of the sacrifice of Bo Yikao, just like the sacrifice of Ziyang, recorded in a piece of oracle bone I talked about in my second video of this series. Bo Yikao was sacrificed to save his father. Hence, it is stated that no error is made, referring that their successful action of getting the acceptance from the Sun King. The fifth line also shows that King Wen regretted about his past action. Maybe he said something leading to his imprisonment. If he did not do that, Bo Yikao might not have to sacrifice himself to save his father. The last line is a bit puzzling for me to interpret. Dr. Li does not translate the text character by character, so I needed to figure out why it is auspicious that Bo Yikao's head was cut off. My guess is that King Wen was relieved that the process was finally over without incident. The sacrifice itself was certainly part of the divination process. So, carrying out the sacrifice without incident was an auspicious sign for signing the ceremony of joining the Sun Kingdom. And King Wen finally got his title as Xibo Hou, or the Marquis of the West, and was accepted as a member of the Sun Kingdom. What a price to pay! I'm Dr. Gao, a philosopher specialized in classical Chinese philosophy and poetry, professional ethics, and philosophy of medicine. I make videos about the classical Chinese poetry, Chinese history and philosophies, and philosophy of traditional Chinese medicine. Please click the like button and subscribe my channel. Your support is very important to me. If you have any question, please contact me. Here's my email address. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you next time.